Okay, so today we're going to add and subtract like fractions. And your learning target is I know how to add and subtract fractions that have the same denominators. And that's what I mean by like fractions is they have the same denominator. Okay, so the key concept here is to add and subtract fractions that have the same denominator. Simply just add or subtract the numerators and write that result over that same denominator. So let's do a few examples. So example 1 here, it says to add plus 5/12, and we see our denominators are the same, so we know our answer is going to be 12 in the denominator. So now we just have to take the 7 and 5, and we have to add those together, and wow, we get 12. That is really, really hard. 7 plus 5, whoo! 7 plus 5 is 12, and if you reduce 12 over 12, it just equals 1. And so our answer would just be 1. But they're not always that easy. Alright, example. It says find -4/6 plus a -1/6. So, again, I know the denominator is going to be a 6 because we have the same denominator. We're just going to keep that denominator. And I'm going to take it step by step here. I'm going to take the -4 plus a -1. And make sure you take the time to really be able to solve these because they get confusing, these adding and subtracting negative numbers. So we have -4 plus a negative, which means all we're doing when we have that here is we can just rewrite this as -4 minus 1. All we're doing when we have a plus a negative, that means we're subtracting every single time. And so -4 minus 1, if we look on a number line, we have 0 here. Let's say -4 is here. If we're subtracting one more, we're going that way, which would put us to -5. So my answer then is -5/6. Hooray! Woo! So example 3 here switches things up a little bit. Now instead of adding, we are subtracting. So let's go ahead and do that. We know that the answer is going to be with a denominator of 8. We have -5. So I'm going to rewrite this, -5 minus 3. Minus 3. So we're starting at -5 on that number line. I'll create a number line here. I'll do a bigger one this time. Here's 0. We're starting at -5. And we're going back 3 spots. Minus 3. So we know that's 1, 2, 3, -6, -7, -8. 8, and we know we're going to have a negative here. And that's really easy. It's kind of the same thing as example 1 up here. We can just reduce that to -1. You got to reduce your fraction anytime that you have one. Alright, so last example here. Actually this is not the last example. Example 4 says find 5/8 minus 7/8. And so we know, again, that the denominator is just going to end in an 8. And we have to take it one at a time. 5 minus 7. Okay, look at our number line. We know this is 0. Here's 5. We're going minus 7, which means we're going backwards this 5 and backwards 2 more to be at -2, because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 0, 1, 2 more, 6 and 7 to -2. So we know we're going to be at -2/8. We know we can reduce that though to -1/4. Okay. Alright, so this is the last example. It says Sophia ate 3/5 of a cheese pizza. Jack ate 1/5 of a cheese pizza and 2/5 of a pepperoni pizza. How much pizza did Sophia and Jack eat all together? First of all, pizza sounds really good right now, but I don't have any money. So the way we do this, we have to just put these fractions into what we're really doing. We know that Sophia ate 3/5 of a pizza, so we can write 3/5 down right away. Jack ate 1/5, so he's eating more of something, so we're going to add 1/5. We know we're adding that much of that cheese pizza, and we know that he also ate 2/5 of another pizza. Okay, and we want to know how much pizza did Sophia and Jack eat all together. So all we know here is that the denominators stay the same, so we can keep 5 on the bottom. And then we just have to add all of these up here. I'm going to rewrite these here. We got positive 3, positive 1, plus positive 2. Oh, that's easy. 3 plus 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. So we get 6/5 of a pizza. My mouth is watering. So they ate a total of 6/5 pizza, 6/5 pizzas. So one whole one and then 1/5 of another one. Now here's the thing with adding and subtracting fractions that have the same denominator. The key thing that you have to do is you really have to make sure you take your time. If you try to speed through things too quickly, you're gonna get lost and you're gonna get the wrong answer. And that's just not taking your time and making sure that you're adding and subtracting these numbers correctly. Other than that, it's a pretty simple concept. You just got to make sure you take your time. Good luck.